My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. Alright, Defect, you're getting to Ascension 10 today, whether you like it or not. Remove one card from the deck. Oh no, don't. Immediately a greedy thought has come to mind. If I remove a card, and I can find an early shop, which I don't really want to immediately go into an elite afterwards, but maybe. If I can remove 2 cards from this deck and then get 2 early upgrades on Zap and Dual Cast, the deck cost becomes really low. To what ends, though? Like, that's so much work to go to in order to make not that much of a difference to the deck. Okay, yeah, that would be way too greedy. I still will be removing a card, and it'll be a strike because both Zap and Dual Cast in the base deck for defend are aggressive choices. And hell, I might still end up upgrading Zap and Dual Cast if I don't find any better cards here. And I'm even going to dodge this first elite. I'll probably end up clearing 2 elites at the end, maybe with a campfire, maybe with a late shop. Really depends on our income. And I'll take the 2 early question marks, because if one of them, or even, gosh forbid, 2 of them are removal, well, I don't know. Maybe we should go back in the other direction and go back for the greedy play. Get him! Ball Lightning, just strike ++. Hell yeah. Deal 7 damage, channel a lightning. Sounds great to me. Ooh! Oh, that's going to be so impactful. Yes, transform 2 cards. Given the Ball Lightning pickup, I think I can go strike again, actually. We get Feral and Compile Driver. Compile Driver, not bad. We will end up wanting to pick up some Frost Orbs, so Compile Driver will at least be draw 2. Feral! A little harder to work into our game plan at the moment. Upgrade a random card in the deck. I'm going to do this like 3 times. 1, 2, probably not a 3rd time. Okay, we got Feral and a Defend upgraded. Both of those are pretty good, as long as I can get a 0-cost card for the Feral to be throwing back to hand. Otherwise, it's not really doing anything, is it? I don't want to settle for just taking any old card as well. It's probably my big mistake there. Oh, wow. That was actually the best case outcome. We ended up taking only 1 damage and taking down 2 of the enemies that turn. Alright. Should have done that in the other order, but it's A-okay. Ooh. That's the thing, right? I don't really want Beam Cell to be the thing that I'm bouncing back to hand constantly. It doesn't matter to make the enemy that vulnerable. If it was Go for the Eyes, yes, because hitting Go for the Eyes on 2 different targets on the same turn can be really important. Hitting Vulnerable on 2 different targets in the same turn doesn't really matter that much to me. Considering I'm about to dodge an elite and I'm on reasonable health, I think I take the Refract as an AoE tool, a thing that I just have no access to yet. It's also large damage to an individual target, a thing I also have no access to yet. A lot of damage. Strength Pot and Hologram Compile Driver Hailstorm without yet having a Frost. Hologram is just the general highest value pickup there. Honestly, with the increased cost of the deck, Compile Driver drawing a card, Hologram pulling another card back into hand, and Refract being high cost, I do think now I need to upgrade my 2 base cards to become 0 cost. Ooh, this Refract is going to do so well for us this turn. I'll be short on taking out both of them, unfortunately. I can take out 1, though. And then the other dies next turn. I hollow back the upgraded defense. There we go. Lowest damage we can take this turn is only 2. And that just passively wins next turn. So yeah, we lost almost no HP in that fight. Ooh, can I do that? Trash to treasure. Whenever you create a status card, channel 1 random orb. The amount of orb cycling you can get out of that is ridiculous because Turbo gives you a status and you just generally want to do that on a good turn anyway. I think there's also a reasonable argument for Glasswork, which I think is probably a very strong card. It's 8 block, and sure, it's what? 4 damage in AoE at the end of the turn? Then 3, then 2, then 1. Really depends on whether you evoke it, whether you have focus, and all of those kinds of things as well. I don't know. I believe in this card. I want to take Trash to Treasure and then make it work, but I've got a lot of different things going on in this deck at the moment. I wonder if it's too much. It ties into a couple of things in the deck. You know, Compile Driver, seeing a bunch of random orbs. The upgrade makes it innate, so really we'd want the deck to already be focused around it. I haven't got good money for the late shop, so I'm probably going to go for the second card upgrade, which means I'm going to see a lot of cards this floor. Alright, I think I can take it. Give me dual cast upgrade. That should help increase our damage turn over turn quite heavily. Akabeko. At the start of each combat, gain 8 vigor. Interesting. This isn't an elite combat. I know. I was surprised too. Oh gosh. Refract was the one that I wanted to get the double hit on. The double hit from Akabeko. Get 16 damage out of it. It's so valuable. Oh, as soon as I get a 0-cost card in this deck, buddy, it's over for you. 0-cost attack. Let me clarify, please. Thank you. You're literally talking over me. Just give me a second to clarify. Let's hollow back the... There we are. Zap. Take him out that turn. I mean, it feels like it should be hollow, but it's got to be gunk up if I just took the Trash to Treasure. Oh, and gunk up combos pretty well with Akabeko. I hadn't thought about that. Should have thought about that. Now that I'm thinking about that, I'm smiling about that. Akabeko. It worked out pretty well. Oh, and the additional draw from Compile Driver drew us a Exhaust as well. That was perfect. Okay, enemy breaks at the end of this turn, so I don't really need to do anything else. AoE in the deck, literally in the next hand. Oh, baby. Yeah. So Refract takes 1 Wriggler down. I'm also going to Energy Pot this turn. Push Ball Lightning. And I, with 1 strike, actually, save myself from taking any damage this turn. And now it's just 1 Wriggler. Hell yeah, got him. Get go, buddy. Power Potion. 1 of 3 random power cards added to your hand. Free to play this turn. Beam Cell. Momentum Strike. Deal 10 damage, then reduce this card's cost to 0. I know. I really want to take Boot Sequence. You thought I was kidding, didn't you? I'm gonna then upgrade... considering the fight we were just in was the Parasites, next fight can't be Parasites. What do I remember about combats on this war? Parasites are not on the same floor as the ground wigglers. You could be Birdonus? Who else could you be? There is a third one. Ugh. Is it the statue? The memorial? How would I do against that? With my potions, I can push through both of those pretty easily, actually. Okay, so... Ball lightning, 3 damage. Didn't you used to get 4? Trash the treasure when it's only 1 slime in the draw pile. Doesn't make that much sense as the upgrade. Hologram to keep it in the deck. I'm just going to do that. It's not a bad upgrade, but... You know, it's not something you write home about. Okie. Dokie. Let's drop that strength pot. Gunk up. The gunk up Akabeko has been actually incredible. Do I need to use another potion here? I'm gonna say no. Yeah, I was a little worried about this. I knew that if I got to this turn, I was just gonna have to refract no matter what. Even if it was, you know, 15 damage taken. But that would be 15 damage for the entire elite fight now. Ripple Basin, if you haven't played any attacks during your turn, gain 4 block, as well as another power potion. Bite through. Gain 13 block, add 2 wounds into your discard pile. That's 2 trashes that turn into 2 treasures. Oh, damn. I want to trash the treasure and do other stuff, but like its boot sequence refract is 100% the best play here. Shrink a Beetle dies at the end of the turn. How dare the good play and the fun play be different? Glasswork, Synthesis, and Loop. How much do I stand by what I said about Glasswork earlier? Considering the drastic otherwise lack of AoE in our deck, I stand by it. Especially considering the fight we're about to have, which I was not thinking about at the time, but now, retrospectively, I was thinking about, actually. It's what I was planning on the entire time. Let me get the 6 additional single target damage on Refract here. Definitely going to use a power potion in this fight. I like Defrag for the focus. Four damage taken that first turn. So I don't need to play Feral. That's just a card I play to get it out of my hand. That said, I shouldn't really slime my entire draw pile. And I should defend a little more this turn, so I'm just going to get an additional zap out there. Alright. I'm feeling a lot more than a comfortable amount of threat coming in here. That's it. I'm a Gallad. I'm getting the additional power potion out here. It doesn't seem like that one's going to really help me that much. Incoming this turn. Oh, great. Thank you, Ripple Basin. Incoming this turn is 0. And our AoE should help us through this. Thank you, Trash, for becoming treasure. Much appreciated. That Dark Orb is going to be instrumental here. I'm fine to hollow back a fight through, yes. Okay. Cycling Refract. This is, I'm trying to set up this Dark Orb to be dual casts. Yeah, ideally not this turn. Sure. Do it for 60 damage. It's probably better to get the Feral out of the deck there, actually, rather than prevent the Ripple Basin. If I'm hollowing anything back this turn, it's got to be damage related. Probably ends up being Compile Driver, draw 2 cards. That doesn't do much. Okay, I'm gonna hollow back a Zap here again to move a Dark Orb to the front of the line. Got him. I don't like that I had to use both of my power potions there, but look, we're alive. Modded, gain an orb slot, draw a card, increases cards cost by 1. I mean, it's exactly the kind of card we need in this deck. Additional orb slots with a relatively low cost. Positive card draw as well after the upgrade. I mean, it's not like we don't want to fragment, though. It's just I feel like I have pretty high setup costs already. That Feral is really unfortunate in this deck right now. Someone should take a 0-cost card. Just in case anyone's listening and interested. They shouldn't just complain about not having any 0-cost attacks and take one. Ooh, 15 cards from the Ironclad. Maybe I can get an Anger. I think I just say Driftwood here. You may reroll each card reward once. I can use that to be extremely selective. Okay, well, I can see a very value-dense path. I don't know if I can take it, though. There is a Wimp-out path. That's nice. All right. Let's see if we can do it. We get a bunch of early fights here as well, so I should get a decent amount of card selection. Ooh, ooh. I'm probably going to fish for the attack potion this turn. Oh, no, Do I? To try and save 3 damage this turn? No. Especially because it turned out to be irrelevant. Get him, Lightning. Wait, I don't have a card in this deck for permanent growth, do I? No. Okay, good. Hey, fairy in a bottle. And another fight through. Yes, exactly the kind of thing I need. Dense defense, as well as things that are going to turn positive for us with our Trash to Treasure. Trash to Treasure is now a priority upgrade. We've had now more than enough additional statuses capable of being added to the deck we wanted in the first cycle. Ball Lightning, Boost Away. Yes, that is a status, but I don't think Boost Away is what this deck is missing. Beam Cell. Can you stop? I'll take Capacitor. That's pretty good. With 1 copy of Capacitor and 1 copy of Modded, I think I probably have the ability in a boss fight to get up to max hand size. Sorry, max orb size. In retrospect, I definitely should have cast Refract on the first turn. I know this is an AoE fight. Alright, we fought through pretty well, though. It's not a good 0 cost that I can hollow back, so I'm just gonna drop Barrel. Capacitor fight through. Glasswork and dual casts. So I'm defended, and we're still doing decent damage here. Yeah, this is Orbs and Focus taking over. They can take the wheel. Too many eggs. No more. I disagree with these. Alright, you managed to work in a little bit more damage before the very end there, but it's now time for you to die to us fighting through. Darkness. Channel 1 Dark, trigger the passive ability of all Dark Orbs twice. And then, of course, I can't ignore the fact that there is a turbo there, which I clicked. That's why it's hard to ignore it. Oh, boot sequence is so good. You might have thought I was kidding about the early boot sequence, but look how good it's been for us. Hell of a card. One of those one copy wonders in a deck. You don't want more than one. Ooh, you definitely don't want more. Are you planning for something? You don't want more than one. But that first copy, oh. Well, we didn't manage to stun the ball bug, but we prevented all but 3 damage that turn. A little more worried about this turn, though. I did trash the treasure, right? Okay. I think it might be fight through, hollow fight through. Yep. Yeah, I'll stand by that. That seemed like a good idea. Ooh, that was a miss. I should have used dual cast when the Frost Orb was at the front. Wouldn't be taking damage this turn if it did that. Hey, Compile Driver all the way up to drawing 4 cards, 1 energy. That's Skim Plus. That's Skim Plus levels of value. That said, I probably don't actually want to draw those this turn if I can avoid it. Because next turn, I'll get the Void, fight through, pop the enemy. Ooh, buffer. Yep. Good card. Symbiotic Virus. At the start of each combat, channel 1 Dark. Very appealing. Too appealing. I'm clicking it. Buffer doing a second turn is... Oh, no, Trash the Treasure. Right, we spoke about it earlier. Especially because I've now picked up a turbo since then. Yeah, look at this. Get fought through. Definitely gonna have to hollow back something important this turn. Oh, fight through. This feels like this is gonna be the job of a Dark Orb to help us with. Ooh, Refracts puts a Plasma Orb at the front, so I can dual cast that to refill on energy. Then play Modded and just out the rest of the hand, basically. Okay, let's hollow back a dual cast. Pop that for 50 damage, then fight through. One last defense, getting really close here. Just a turn of cycling should... That's not a turn of cycling? Compelling. Let's see what this attack potion has in it. All for one, it's gotta be, right? Although Sweeping Beam, we know exactly what it'll draw. It'll draw Fight Through, which is a defensive choice. All for one gets Turbo, Dual Cast, Zap. Yeah, that'll help. Oh, it also pulled itself back because it was 0 cost at the time. Right? That has to have been the effect that did that? Huh. I didn't expect that to. Anyway. Attack Potion. And ooh, Rainbow Ring's actually really good for us. First time you play an attack skill and power each turn, gain 1 strength and 1 dex. I also do like the cool-headed, but I'm at the point that, like, I really want it to be upgraded. Go for the eyes, and it's got 2 weak, pre-upgraded, and that is our Feral target. Festive Popper, start each combat by dealing 9 damage to all enemies. I'll take the rest just because I could definitely conceive of an elite fight that might hurt a lot. Boot sequence to defend against 3 incoming damage? No. Oh, right, I forgot the Rival Basin had my back there. But yeah, I wanted to leave that in the draw pile because that is now a really good card to bring back on a turn like this, where I can't defend very well. Without it. It's a bad turn to get the go for the eyes when the enemy isn't attacking. No, I don't want to do 4 damage and gain a dazed. Oh, yikes. Let's fish for some draw of some kind here. I mean, Flat Cannon ultimately is what I want in this deck. And Plasma Strike doesn't really help us that much this turn either. So sure. Let's Flat Cannon him to death. I wasn't thinking about all the days that I'd added. I was thinking, oh, this is just going to save me from all of my own slimes. I would love to have a copy of that actually naturally in the deck. Fusion Glacier. Oh my god. I guess lunch break is over. Well, I'm gonna pause for a bit. Alright, we seem to be at an armistice at the moment. Perfect. Back to what I was saying. I could take any of these cards. Or I could reroll. Ooh, that's what we're looking for. A pre-upgraded Overclock. Draw 3 cards, add a burn into your discard pile, channel an orb. Interesting choices available here. I think I'm gonna err on the side of removing another card from this deck. When I say another card, I guess I mean the first card I've actually paid to remove. The rest of them I've transformed and just started to use. Oh boy. Yeah, with the fairy in a bottle, I think I can afford to take the Polonus Core here and still take the elite. Probably gonna have to rest after the elite though, which a bit of a bummer. Alas, you do what you gotta. So Buffer saves me 8 health this turn. Alright. Guess that's worth it. Oh, saves me 4 health. Forgot about the Rival Basin. Okay, there's Refract. I have no way around it. I have to play Refract. Do I? No, I need to fight through. I want to continue living. Should probably fight through. Okay, Decimillipede in the front line is already dead. Dead Decimillipede. Oh, here we go. Turbo and Hollow in hand. Now I can cast out the rest of it. That's what we were looking for. Just a little turn like that. I'm taking another Turbo. It's not beyond my awareness that the deck became ridiculous as soon as I drew Turbo. We've met the condition of the Rainbow Ring, so I got myself a Strength and a Dex. Oh, no. I don't have an attack I can play this turn. Damn it. I played a power for no reason. Definitely gonna want modded out there. Let's get a Glass Orb before I compile for the 3-draw. I have not got Feral in play yet. Oh, that's so tragic. Wait. I haven't played an attack? No, I have played an attack. Damn it. I'm gonna lose this buffer to save 2 health. Against an enemy who actually does attack. Thankfully, I drew 2 Frantic Escapes on a really good turn to have them, so I'm 5 turns away from being eaten here, which is great. Get Feraled. Well defended. There go the 2 Voids that we shuffled into the first draw. It's gotta be... I'm gonna finish this battle. You're not gonna stop me from finishing this battle just because you haven't got a drill. Look, I know the work has to be done. It's just, did it have to be when Slay the Spire 2 released? It could have been any other time. I'm legitimately considering, like, just, like, recording it and then having a conversation with my landlord of, like, hey, this is construction literally, like, on the other side of the door, on the other side of the wall from my office. This is an act of aggression. I consider this an act of war. You're not going to be hearing from my attorneys. You are going to be hearing from my generals and lieutenants. Alright, super critical, all for 1, and modded 2. I mean, all for 1 obviously has like a lot of value in this deck, bringing back just 2 copies of Turbo, Overclock, Go for the Eyes. Like, it doesn't really even need to hit too many of those for it to be great. The first cycle of this deck doesn't cost too much, actually. It really depends what I have in hand. If I've got Hologram, Refract, Compile Driver, or Overclock, it could be an expensive hand. Maybe that hand could want super critical. I could reroll even. Oh, I want Flat Cannon. Reroll time. Missed it. Damn. How do we feel about Echo Form here? Echo Form's really, really good if you can get it out. With 2 turbos in the deck, it's not that hard, actually. Oh, Vaku, what have you got? Okay, I'll pause now. Okay, looks like we might have a couple more minutes now. Fiddle. Start of each turn, draw 2 additional cards. You can't draw cards during your turn. No, I need to be able to draw cards in my turn. Do I? How much card draw do I actually have in the middle of a turn? I have Overclock. I have 1 copy of Modded. All right. I'm assuming Pollinus Core is not affected during your turn, every turn. I'm assuming Pollinus Core will still trigger. We'll keep an eye on that one just in case. I mean, there's big long question marks, upgrades, and elites path, which, you know, appeals. Okay, yeah, the Pollinus Core is still triggered. That's incredible. Great opening hand here. Let's do all of the card draw things, but not draw cards. just to channel orbs. Ooh. I mean, I've got a buffer on me. That's a good turn to be able to play Echo Form. Should probably get some defense out here. If I double turbo, I could then hollow back dual cast? No, I don't have like a great damage combo in there. Yeah, so I'll just go for generalized value. Give me Go for the Eyes, which I'll play with Feral this turn, and Boot Sequence. And I can even gunk up at the end of the turn, pop one of these orbs. I did forget the Compile Driver is also draw, but still, I think the Fiddle is actually really helping us along. Subroutine, whenever you play a power gain in energy, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 powers in the deck, and a lot of draw. Yep. And I'm likely to take a couple more powers. Like, if I found another upgraded Trash to Treasure, just doubles our cycle, yeah, I'd do it. Hollow back a fight through it again. There you go. Pretty good first turn. Our entire draw pile for the second cycle is garbage, but that was to be expected. Ooh. No. You're a trap, buddy. You don't draw any cards. Let's reroll. Ball Lightning. All these card draw cards immediately start appearing after I say no. Downgrade 2 random cards, upgrade 4 random cards, or dupe the deck. So dupe the deck would get us another Trash to Treasure, and another Trash to Treasure in the opening hand in particular. But it also dupes all of the other cards, which actually is... Yeah, that's actually really good for me. If my deck is twice as large, it takes me twice as long to get back to the statuses. Juicy Bracelet for Venerable T set. Juzu has 3 spaces it still affects. I actually kind of want to keep that. Rainbow Ring for gold-plated cables. Your rightmost orb triggers its passive in additional time. It's actually probably a lot better than the Rainbow Ring. Finished cannon for Whetstone. Whetstone just upgrades 2 random attacks. Probably the lowest tier of these. I'll take gold-plated cable. Then Smith. Oh yeah, it's going to be difficult to make much of an impact to this deck with smithing now. I'm going to want the turbos to give additional energy. Vajra for an additional point of strength. Back marbles for vulnerability on all enemies at the start of combat. Fairy in a bottle for an upgraded rare attack. Yes, but only because it can get flat cannon. Gaming. We literally play games. No damage. Hell yeah. All I have to do is spam statuses. There you go. What do you think about that, buddy?
Oh no, my upgrades. Oh no, what do I do now?
That'll have to do. And let the flak cannon go. Get him. Mango, 14 more max HP. Subroutine, beam cell, compile, no. Yeah, another hologram is exactly the kind of thing we want. Synchronize is also quite strong. Not to go past it, but definitely prefer the hologram. Okay, yeah, because of the deck size being 57, upgrading 2 cards gonna have almost no impact. 2 relics, still available at all times. And the regret has less impact in this deck as well, so. Get an oddly smooth stone, start each combo with 1 dex, and then Razor Tooth. Every time you play an attack or skill, it is upgraded. Only hologram is really gonna see those, because we have to get back to the upgrade somehow. Yeah, no, the Trashes to Treasure still need to be played, even if I wanted to play Echo Form that turn. Flak Cannon's a little early here. Yeah. Probably gonna have to pull that back with a much later copy of what's it called again? Hologram. There you go. It doesn't even draw me any cards. That's just a 0 cost that gives me 2 orbs. Oh, hell yeah. Subroutine, subroutine. Echo Form. Then I can hollow back Flak Cannon? I don't actually have that many in the discard pile, though. 7. So 11 times 7, not lethal. What else do I hollow back then? Hollow back something for defense? That would probably just want to be go for the eyes or fight through. Let's do fight through. Okay, so Blockpot will prevent some incoming damage this turn. Yeah, Bad Luck gets hit on the buffer. There's our second buffer. Don't need any of those. Nor those. Anchor. Start each combat with 10 block. Great pickup. I'll take the rest here, and I think this is probably going to be our win. I mean, granted, this fight could go pretty bad. Turbo refracts. Ball lightning. Yeah, you're dead at the end of the turn already. We can just drop Feral and wait, I guess. Flak Cannon always appears way too early. I think for, like, long-term benefit, the best play here is drop the Echo Form and just wait. You know, taking 27 damage that turn, not thrilled about, but this will really help us. Damn, defense is really thin on the ice this turn as well. I might double play the defend. Feral, puts you back to hand, subroutine, subroutine. Swift Pot's never going to do anything for us, unfortunately. Okay, there's our first Frost Orb of the entire fight. Little bit late. All right, 9 health remaining on our character. That regret's tough. Tough stuff, regret. I'm gonna need to empty some cards out of this hand. Let's fight through. I kind of, yeah, just buffer. I'll prevent the defects. Then, I would love to Echo Form the Echo Form. Always a pretty good play that when you can get it. I do have holograms to bring back flat cannon, so that does mean that my incentive this turn is both get as many wounds in the pile as possible. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good. As well as make sure I have access to energy. We drew too many cards. No! Alright, alright. I can fix this. We'll double buffer. We'll fight through. Go for the eyes. Go for the eyes. Yeah, we're fully defended already. Gunk up, gunk up. Defend, hollow back a... Go for the eyes. Keep him weak forever. We lose a buffer. Okay. This one's got to be double defend. Damn it, I played an attack. All right, I'm gonna be losing my buffer. That's bad luck in hand. And I don't have buffer this turn. I could have saved the buffer last turn, and I realize that now. Way too late. We died of card draw. I couldn't get my cannon. All I needed was a cannon. It was so close as well. I think the especially disappointing thing there is I know the 2 points in that fight where I could have changed the dramatic amount of that fight by making a very slightly different play, saving a buffer in, I think, each position. Well, damn it. That means I'm gonna have to continue recording episodes until I get back to the defect, and then get the defect to level 10, so I didn't lie at the top of this episode. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. Top left is a series playlist for all of my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendation is down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsyPlays. Add up with the thank tier. And a special thanks this episode to Eloise. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.